Hi. I want to make a video talking about what's happened with me the last couple days. So you may have known, I've talked about it before, but I was verified on Twitter thanks to Daddy Elon with that nice check mark, with that nice little subscription fee. And the funny thing about it is I have been clowned on, I've been dogged, I've been dragged, I've been made fun of because I've had the check mark. And has that bothered me? No, it hasn't bothered me at all. I just think it's really funny that people get so mad about that. These same people that will sit here and say they hate celebrities will simp for celebrities, thinking that they're the only ones that need to be verified, as if none of us matter with being, verified. You literally have gotten to the point where you worship this fucking blue check mark, and it is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen on social media. It means fucking nothing. It does not matter. The check mark does not matter. It doesn't mean that these people are like the higher authority of the website, which we have just been conditioned to believe. It's just not the case. It's just a check mark at the end of the day. Like that's all it is. It just means that, hey, this is my account. Now, the reason I have been banned, this is what, number 25, I believe. Oof, I know, I'm terrible. I am so terrible. The reason I was banned is because I have a mental disorder that kind of makes me want to go and make fun of people and just become a terrible person. Am I describing it properly? No, I'm not. But this is kind of what happens whenever something kind of gets me into it, you know what I mean? So, is this a terrible thing? Yes, this is terrible. I've thought about it all day ever since I did it, and I was just kind of like, man, have I gone too far? Yes, I did. Ricegum had a child. I know this is really messed up, and if you don't know me, this is going to be messed up for you. This is just who I am as a person. I've never hid this from anybody. I've been very open and blatantly blunt about it. I'm a terrible person. I think that's kind of my charm, my shtick, I'm at least honest about it on the internet. A lot of people will sit there and try to play this whole imaginary thing where they're just like, oh, we're actually really good people because no, you're not. I at least can own up to my shit. I expect the same out of everybody, and this is why I make fun of people and call people out on the internet constantly. This is why I make videos dragging some people. Because they're just playing dumb. They're just basically playing make-believe. So the YouTuber Ricegum, if you know who Ricegum is, Ricegum's a piece of shit on the internet. We all know Ricegum's a piece of shit. There is no hiding this. I should honestly make a round table of like the biggest pieces of shit on YouTube. I think that'd be fun. But Ricegum, basically, he had a child, and the child passed away. Like, I think almost immediately. Now, what did I do? Well, I made a comment saying I guess the baby's not relevant. If you don't understand that reference, you probably have never seen Ricegum. That's all he would say to anybody he didn't like. Oh, you're not relevant. Oh, you like, if you had an opposing view to him, oh, you're just not relevant. Is it fucked up? Yeah, it's fucked up, but here's the thing. I come from an old internet time place. I come from cringy, dark humor, edginess, like that kind of shit. And it also doesn't help that I'm kind of compelled to do that kind of shit and say this kind of shit because of my own mental disorder, and I do not feel shame, guilt, remorse, anything whenever I say things like this. Now, why did I reflect on it? Probably because I'm now a dad, and I kind of understand what that would imply if I was to lose my child. And I think that's kind of what's making me think about it, because I guarantee you, if I didn't have my kid, this stuff never would have crossed my mind. I would have just moved on to the next thing, or just spent my whole day making fun of the people getting upset with me. Now, why did I lose my account over this? Well, it's because YouTube, or not YouTube, Twitter has a TOS, and I guess it involves children. And you can't mock people like that or make fun of people like that. And that's understandable. Like, am I upset that I lost my Twitter? No, I'm not. I can always just make another one. I can just get a new phone number and just, would I do that? Maybe. I think Twitter's finally become fun enough for me to be invested into wanting to get back on the platform. And it's actually very difficult for me to exist on the platform because of the kind of person I am. I can't just, if I see somebody acting a fool or just clowning on themselves or being a clown, I have to say something. I have to, because I know these people are emotionally fragile, and I love and feed off of that kind of thing. Some people will call it trolling. It's not really even trolling. I'm not doing this to get a rise out of people in the way that you would expect. I'm doing this more of to be like like an emotional vampire. That's kind of what we are. People like me, we're kind of like emotional vampires. The more you twist and contort, the stronger I get. I cannot be reasoned with. I cannot be battled. All you can do is just get worn down going up against me, because if I'm going to get involved in something like this, I won't stop. And it's a problem. It's a problem. Because there are times where I'm at work, I'm like, I really got to get back to work. Or there's times I'd be trying to go to bed. I'm like, I can't go to bed. I got to keep doing this. And there's times where I stop and think like, well, damn, you know, this is kind of going on too long. The other person's clearly stupid and doesn't seem to understand that you're telling them all the telltale signs of how long you're going to go on with this. And it is what it is, right? I don't know. Honestly, I think it'd probably be a good idea if people like me were maybe not on the internet now. I used to think differently, but in 2023, it's just gotten to the point now where it's so hard for somebody like me to exist. I've had a lot of people just kind of drag me on Twitter because of my YouTube channel, saying, oh, your channel sucks, blah, blah, blah. Well, it's not so much that my channel sucks, it's just more of like, the reason I don't get growth on here is because the kind of shit that I talk about. The shit that I say, the shit that I, record over. I do not censor myself. I say whatever the fuck I want. I do what I want. I think what I want. I don't contribute to any good causes. I don't really have much of any kind of positivity on my end. I'm very lazy when it comes to editing because I don't care. I just make videos. I think this is fun for me. That's what, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. I don't care about anything else that comes along with it. It doesn't matter. And a lot of people don't seem to understand that. They think like, oh, well, you don't have the subscribers, so your opinion doesn't matter. When the hell did that happen? I need to know. Because, I've heard like a lot of people get upset and say, oh, you have less than 100 followers on Twitter, so your opinion's irrelevant. I'm like, oh, so what if I had like 10 million followers and I said the same shit that I'm saying now, then suddenly it matters? That's dangerous. You wouldn't want that. I promise you. I had somebody say like, oh, you wish you were famous. I'm like, I don't think you understand. You don't want me to be famous. Nobody on the internet would want me to be famous. You guys look at Andrew Tate and you guys can't even fucking handle him. I promise you, I am way worse than fucking Andrew Tate. I say things that make people fucking blow the fuck up. They lose their collective shit. I have been canceled probably more times than anybody that I even fucking know on the internet, because I've been kicked off of social media so many fucking times. I've been kicked off of Twitter. This is, I believe, my 25th or 26th time. I've been kicked off of Facebook for like almost the entire year last year. I've been kicked off of YouTube twice, fun fact, 2 different channels. I lost a channel that I had like, 13 years of progress, 14 years? I had 14 years, I believe, of like videos, and they're just gone, dude. They're just fucking gone. 13 years, maybe. It's 2008. It's not really canceled, but, MySpace, we lost everything. I'm just going to include that, just for the sake. But I have been kicked and banned and whatever, and just canceled just repeatedly, and it sucks. It does, because I don't want to lose progress and stuff. And I've had people just trying to find my YouTube channel, because like a little while back I just removed a link off of my Twitter, not because I was worried about people finding me, because I don't care about that. It was just more of like, I didn't think it'd be a good idea, because Elon Musk was talking about how he didn't want people to have links or something on Twitter, and I thought like, why risk my Twitter account that I've had for 6 months, which is a record, by the way. Holy shit. I decided, it's probably not a good idea, so I removed it. But, after the whole Ricegum comment, people still found me on YouTube. That is the thing. And I didn't notice how bad it was, because for whatever reason, I don't always get notified whenever somebody comments about something on my videos. Usually, if you spam me with like 3, 4, 5 comments, I don't get notified of that shit. I just occasionally I'll just look at my YouTube Studios app, and I'm just like, oh my god, what are all these messages? Where did they come from? Sometimes I have to approve them, because sometimes people say vulgar things. I'm just like, why do I have to prove it when I have it set to allow all comments? I don't understand why YouTube is just so much of a gigantic fucking pussy about this, you know what I mean? And so it's just like, okay. But I had this guy on here, like, threatening me, saying, like, I'm gonna come find you, it's okay, I'll come see you soon. And he said PewDiePie would be disappointed in me. And I'm like, okay. And I had somebody get mad at me about the Mr. Beast video that they found me from Twitter, and I'm just kind of like, oh, God, here we go. And I had somebody just kind of like saying, I have never hated somebody so much in my life until I've, like, encountered you. And I was just like, yeah, well, you're not the first one to say that, and you're not going to be the last one to say that. It means nothing to me, so whatever prevents you from sleeping at night, I'm happy to contribute. I don't know. And I also noticed that a lot of my videos were suddenly getting dislikes, like, out the ass. And I'm just kind of like, really? Okay. I don't know. I had this one guy saying he's already reported my channel to get me taken down. I'm like, for what? I'm not violating YouTube's TOS. I violated Twitter's TOS, completely different sites. And they're different viewpoints now, because now, you know, YouTube is incredibly fucking left-wing liberal, and you have to you have to be a part of that in order to have success here. And Twitter's now an open platform for free speech, and people fucking hate that. And now we have that app coming out called Blue Sky, and everyone's like, oh, we're just gonna go to Blue Sky and get away from all these people on Twitter. Well, guess what? I will be making an account, because I cannot wait to fucking ruin your time on that app too. It's gonna be so great. And the best part is, I don't give a shit. If you get me banned on that app too, I'll just make another account. You can't get rid of me. It's like a Hydra. You cut one head off, two more arise. The amount of dedication I have to this is just, it's frightening. You should be scared. I say some vulgar fucking shit. And I say some mean shit, and I say some things that you will never fucking forget. A couple days ago, I actually got into an argument with a porn star on Twitter, and I ruined her fucking life. I know I did. Because I got her scared. I'm not going to go into the whole thing. But I made a comment, and I got her scared, and she immediately was trying to show me that she had her parents in her life. And I was like, whoa, how interesting. I wasn't going to say anything about your parents, but you're kind of worried right now, and that just makes it a little bit more fun for me, you know? Now, was I going to do anything to this person? No, not at all. But, you know, if you use, like, specific language, you can... Legal language, by the way, not threatening or anything like that, because I never threatened anybody. But people could be very dumb and emotional and just jump to conclusions, this is one of the cases. And here's the thing about it as well. She was like, I'm gonna file a restraining order and some shit, and I'm like, I haven't broken any laws for you to do so. Also, we don't even live in the same fucking part of the country, so what are you gonna put a restraining order on? Oh no, I can't go to Oregon. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, I had no intentions of going there, but sure. I don't know. I think the whole thing started because I just kind of made fun of the fact that people simp for women that they're never going to be able to get with. And she didn't take kindly to that, I guess. I don't know. I don't remember. But this was long coming. I'm very proud of myself for lasting 6 months on Twitter, I believe. 6 fucking months without getting banned or anything, or muted, silenced, whatever. That is phenomenal growth for me. Because I think my speed record of getting banned off of Twitter was like 30 minutes. That was like the last one I got in trouble. About like a year or so ago, whenever I got my original channel on YouTube taken down, I made a Twitter account to go contact Team YouTube. It didn't even survive more than like 1 or 2 tweets. It was just gone. I don't know. That was a speed run if I've ever seen one, so I don't know. Yeah, this is why I got banned from Twitter. I know it's kind of derailed and talking about lots of different things, but that's just kind of what I do. I love talking to myself and talking to whoever's listening. If you don't want to listen, that's cool. It means absolutely nothing to me. I don't ever pressure people to like and subscribe. If I do, it's just kind of like whatever. But if you feel free, like you want to, sure, whatever. You may notice that I've been making a couple shorts. I'm more of like experimenting with the shorts because I've never taken interest in making them. But now that I kind of know what I'm doing with it, it's kind of fun. And it is actually very surprising that I've gotten so many fucking views. I made 2 shorts, and one short got like 500 views by the time I woke up. I was like, what the shit? Not only that, but I had 6 people subscribe to my channel from that short. alone. And I'm like, wow, there's some like untapped market here that I could actually do anything with, you know? I could actually maybe grow a little bit bigger. If I got 1,000 subs, that's pretty much where I want to stand at. My dream on YouTube was to always get the silver play button. I know I kind of contradict myself when I say that. I never cared about this stuff, but at the same time, I really like to cover silver. And I would like to replace my red play button. So, you know. Anyways, I will talk to you guys in, the next video. Goodbye.